Welcome back to the Mission YouTube channel, the series on how to throw darts
better.
Yeah. Andy, this is something you've been wanting to speak to our viewers about quite passionately.
It is, yeah. I mean, we both do a lot of coaching, and the thing I come across the most problems is follow through, Matt. So I want to talk today about how to help people follow through better. There's a couple of things that I see people doing wrong. So if I can just take the hockey, I see people with the arm and there's no extension on the arm, so they're kind of lobbing it like this.
Stopping at the point of release.
Yeah, they are, yeah. Instead of getting through, I want to see, you know, I've had players that can stand there for 5 hours because they're not putting any effort in really. And the minute I get them doing this with their arm, and Michael Van Gerwen's a good one to watch for this, he's a really strong follow through. Then they go, oh, half an hour later, oh, I can feel that in my arm. So let's get fully following through, extending that arm. As we've got an elbow joint, we can't go past there. But then the other thing I see, and you've spoken about this before, is where we get players going for the next dart and they end up getting a looping motion. And again, if you're stood in the wrong place on the hockey, you might develop, if you're a bit left, you might develop a bit of a push. If you're too far right, you might develop a bit of a pull. So let's stand in the middle. Imagine we're a robot and let's get that arm going straight through to target.
Straight is an important word there. When we look at boxing, we've got our straight shots, we've got our hooks. Essentially, you're describing a hook there of a dart, aren't you? And when you talk about darts going left and right, if you just go back into your demo position
Absolutely,
for me,
yeah.
and if you just throw a hook throw for me, as if you was going to come across.
Yeah.
Now, if we get here and stop there, right, so there's our release point as the arm's coming up to the highest point. And as we're coming through and going across, now, if you open the hand, sort of give me a bit of a V shape with the fingers and the thumbs here, as if the dart's coming out, the dart is now got to go straight while the fingers are coming up. So the thumb is going to have to correct this now. This might be why you notice darts go in at a slight angle with a flight kicking off to the side as it rolls off the top of the thumb. The other thing to remember here is in all your demonstrations, from the shoulder to the elbow, this stayed very firm and in a very fixed position. One of the biggest issues with follow through, certainly if you're dragging your darts down low, watch for this. We're not pointing down to the floor. If you're chopping through and coming down, the chances are you're going to drag, especially if you grip the dart at the back, you're going to grab down at that dart, you're going to get a very awkward angle of entry.
Yeah, so what we're saying is really is just straight. Everything straight through.
Strong shoulder.
Strong shoulder, straight through. I like that. Get watching the rest of the series because there's a full series on how to throw your darts
better.